Hi, and welcome back to Nitty Knotty Hand Dyed Yarns Beginner Crochet Series. So in previous videos we've gone over our foundation chain, slip stitches, single crochets, half double crochets, and double crochets. In this video we're going to go over the treble crochet. So we start with our foundation chain, which I've already done. Now, as in the previous videos, I'll tell you, you can either start working into the V on the front of your foundation chain or into the bump on the back. I prefer to use the bump on the back because it makes for a nicer looking edge when you're finished, and it's easier to do a border on it if you want to do that. So with the slip stitch, we went into the very first bump. With a single crochet, we went into the second, half double went into the third, double went into the fourth, and for a treble crochet, we're going to go into the fifth chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So to start this stitch, we're going to yarn over twice before we even begin. Then we're going to insert our hook into that fifth chain from this end and pull up a loop. Okay? So now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops. So it's a very tall stitch, you can see. Let's do that again. Yarn over twice, insert your hook into the next back bump, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2 stitches, yarn over through 2 stitches, and yarn over through 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more yarn here. So we'll do it again. Yarn over twice into that back bump, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2 stitches, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And so that gives us this really tall, really holy stitch. I haven't used this stitch too often with my crochet. Honestly, the double crochet and single crochet are the most common, but you do need treble crochet for some of the fancier stitches and or decorative applique items. So it's always a good one to learn. It's not something that most people use super frequently, but it's definitely one of the basic stitches. So let's get to the end here. Almost forgot my second yarn over on that one. It happens. You would definitely notice because it would be a lot shorter than the other stitches. I'll show you in just a minute. All right, let's get this side done here. And there's our last one. Now, to do the chain, to do our turn, remember with a slip stitch, we chained 1, or I'm sorry, no, we did not chain. With our single stitch, we chained 1. With our half double, we chained 2. With our double, we chained 3. And now with the treble, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to turn in this direction so that our yarn doesn't pass over our project while we're turning. And just like with previous stitches, we're not going to work into this first stitch because this chain of 4 counts as our first stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice and go into the second stitch. Now we're going to work into the V's. because we're done with our back bumps. Okay, pull up that loop, yarn over, through 2 loops, yarn over, through 2 loops, yarn over, through 2 loops. And then we're going to do that all the way across. And if you haven't seen what I'm doing yet, a lot of the time I use twisting of the hook to work in my favor. If you hold the hook very still, it's going to get caught in the yarn and split your yarn. So I tend to turn my hook down as I'm going through the V, and then back up and to the side to catch that yarn when I'm pulling up a loop, and then back upwards to kind of pull it up. Then I'd go to the side again and face my hook down after I've caught that to go through those 2 loops, 2 loops, 2 loops, because I found that doing it that way decreases the amount of yarn that I tend to catch on and then split and cause issues and aggravation. So I've just gotten very used to turning the hook to use that in my advantage instead of trying to only move the fabric. Oh, that's not right. See, I'm talking, I'm not paying attention. There we go. That's better. See how easy it is to get distracted. There we go. Now, again, we go, and you can see your pretty line. We're missing a stitch here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This chain counts as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we definitely need one more. Now it's going to go into this. It's the last chain at the top of when we turn, so it might be a little snug to get your hook in there, depending on the size of the hook you're using and yarn, but get that in there and make that last stitch, and then you have your treble crochet stitches. Now if we pull that and we leave that there, now we can see this was our slip stitches, our single stitches, our half double, our double, and our treble. So you can see how the different stitches get taller, but they don't necessarily get wider. So the changes in the stitches make for a height change as far as the product in the end, and also they get looser. So you have, this is very tight, very stiff, it looks like a little caterpillar, and this one's a little softer, much softer, and when we get to these, they're almost kind of floppy. So they feel different, they look different, and the majority of your patterns are going to be combinations of these stitches in some way or another. Those are the basic stitches. In future videos, I will show you how to do magic circle and the granny square to get those started, since those are pretty common. If you have any other requests of anything you'd like to have instruction on, just let me know. I'll get it done for you. Thank you.